Hi there. For the last many days, a lot of conversation, a lot of mind space has just been focused on the state of Uttar Pradesh. But what is happening in Punjab? A state again that is, after a very long time, I think, looking at a multipolar contest. That was hardly the case because if you recall, usually in the state of Punjab, it has been always a direct battle between the Congress and the Shiromani Akali Dal along with the BJP. What happened in the last elections in 2017? It became a three-cornered contest with the Aam Aadmi Party. But this time, there are multiple parties because you have the Akalis who've got along with the BSP, you have the Akalis without the BJP now fighting with the captain no longer in the Congress party. The Congress is a divided house. The farmers also have gotten together to fight elections. Clearly why this time Punjab politics is very fascinating. Let me begin by telling you what's happened. Now, Navjot Singh Sidhu, many said, would never be named as the CM face of the Congress party. And that happened. Charanjit Singh Channi officially is the CM face of the Congress party. But is that the bigger story? Or the bigger story is, what will Navjot Singh Sidhu do now? Will he continue to be silent? Unlikely. Will he not do anything? We do not know. What are his options? His options, remember, are rather limited right now because the AAP already has announced a CM face. Can he go to the BJP? Unlikely. Can he go to the Shiromani Akali Dal? Difficult. So what really can he do? Now, many people say that Navjot Singh Sidhu is not just unreliable, he is not just impulsive, but he could be still detrimental to the Congress party. यानी कि वो अभी भी कांग्रेस पार्टी का नुकसान कर सकते हैं पार्टी में रहते हुए. So what really will that mean? क्या कांग्रेस पार्टी चुनाव के बाद किसी तरह का इम्प्लोशन देख सकती है? देखिए, is that possible that Navjot Singh Sidhu, along with his supporters, his own MLAs, walk out of the Congress party post the elections? Many say that is a possibility. And in case that happens, is the Congress party ready to deal with the situation? Because yaad rakhiye that there has been a lot of infighting that you have seen in the Congress party itself. Not just now, but even previously, when you had Captain Amrinder Singh at the helm of affairs, you have seen that constant bickering between Captain Amrinder Singh and Navjot Singh Sidhu. And things actually came to head when Navjot Singh Sidhu ensured the exit of Captain from the Congress party. A lot of bad blood that has flown. But then came Charanjit Singh Channi. अब जब चन्नी जी को मुख्यमंत्री बनाया गया था पंजाब का, many said, ये है कौन? लोग उनको जानते भी नहीं थे. कैप्टन ने तो ये भी कहा कि ये चीफ मिनिस्टर तो छोड़िए, मंत्री तक बनने के लायक नहीं है. तो क्यों कांग्रेस पार्टी ने चरणजीत सिंह चन्नी को सीएम बनाया? Now, there was an indication given from Navjot Singh Sidhu that he is a night watchman. He is only keeping the seat warm. But what happened? Now, I think Navjot Singh Sidhu always underestimated Charanjit Singh Channi. He never understood what Channi could do. Channi has actually handled a lot of issues. He's maneuvered really well in the last few months that you have seen him at the helm of affairs. He's also tried to distance himself from the Congress party that was led by Captain Amrinder Singh by trying to say कि उस सरकार ने तो कोई काम नहीं किया, लेकिन हमारी सरकार काम कर रही है. Clearly forgetting कि ultimately तो दोनों ही कांग्रेस पार्टी हैं. अब देखिए, moving ahead, why has the Congress named Charanjit Singh Channi as the CM face? This had to happen. He's a Dalit chief minister. The messaging is not just for Punjab. याद रखिए, दुआबा रीजन में जो एक दलित्स का स्ट्रॉन्ग होल्ड है, कांग्रेस को पिछली बार अच्छी सब्सटैंशियल सीट्स आई थी. So clearly there is a larger move to consolidate, all the Dalits behind him. Plus he's a Sikh. So that is not just about Punjab, but the message will travel beyond Punjab to Uttar Pradesh, that again is seeing elections, to Uttarakhand. Saal ke aakhir mein there are elections also in Gujarat and Himachal Pradesh. So clearly the Congress party wants to take that big message from Punjab to elsewhere, building up to the elections also of 2024. Now this is about the Congress party, but like I said, the Congress party does not need enemies. It does not need an opposition. It has been fighting amongst itself. और इस infighting का फायदा किसको हो रहा है? सीधा सीधा आम आदमी पार्टी को. The Aam Aadmi Party, remember, is the challenger here. Last time many said कि आप कमाल कर देगी. वो हो नहीं सका. अब उसकी भी एक लंबी स्टोरी है जो हम और किसी टाइम बात करेंगे. पर अगर आज की बात करें, the AAP has learned from its mistakes that it made in 2017. This time it has named Bhagwant Mann as the CM face. Its house is looking very much in order. बहुत सारे populist measures आपने announce करे हैं. And AAP has a model to fall back on because the Aam Aadmi Party says we have a Delhi model. So they showcase that model. So those in Punjab who want a change, because remember, in the state of Punjab, you have seen massive corruption, whether that is under the Akalis, whether that is under the Congress party. Sacrilege issues again have been very, very important. The kind of mishandling of all those issues. So will the Aam Aadmi Party really be able to make a difference? Will it be able to tell the voters that we are different, vote for us? अब एक हल्की सी बात आम आदमी पार्टी को लेकर ये होती है that there is a sense that even though the AAP has named Bhagwant Mann as their chief minister face, the ultimate control will be in Delhi, will be with Arvind Kejriwal. तो क्या होगा? We'll have to, I think, wait and see. On the other side, you move to the Akali Dal. Now the Akali Dal, many say, actually has been depending a lot on the Panthik vote. Now, will that vote still stay with the Akalis? Now, there are reports saying that there are large crowds wherever you've seen Sukhbir Singh Badal going and speaking to the people. But there is one criticism that the Akalis have to deal with, that they've actually made this a personal fiefdom. It's all about a family-centric party. Do they have much to showcase? I don't think so. Because again, there have been very, very strong and big charges against them. The very fact that they supported the farm laws also went against them. Though uske baad, remember, Harsimrat Kaur Badal moved out of the cabinet and she tried to distance herself. But how will that play out? I think these elections will tell us. Also the future of the Akali Dal. ये भी समझ आएगा कि अकाली दल का अभी भी कितना sway है या नहीं है. उसके बाद की जो पार्टी आती है वो है बीजेपी. See, BJP has nothing to lose. The BJP has everything to gain. Because still now, they were working with the Akalis. Now, the very fact that they both now have parted ways, what will that mean for the BJP? I think we'll have to wait and see. Likewise for Captain Amrinder Singh. Last election, he said, I'm fighting my last election. We've heard netas say this. But this time, I think the captain will be out there to prove that it's him, his name, that won the Congress party the last election and the last mandate. So we'll have to see what captain is able to do, or will captain and the BJP will just be a spoiler. Because ये याद रखिए कि अगर एक hung assembly हो जाती है ना, if there is a hung house, यानी किसी भी पॉलिटिकल पार्टी को क्लियर मैंडेट 117 सीटों में नहीं मिलता है, सो दीज लिटिल फैक्टर्स कि अकाली को कितनी सीट मिल पाती है, हाउ मेनी सीट्स कैन कैप्टन गेट, हाउ मेनी सीट्स कैन बीजेपी गेट, दिस विल बी वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. And there are overarching issues, because again, Punjab is a state very different from the rest of the country. It has a border with Pakistan. There are issues of national security. The state wants stability. Punjabis, Punjabiyat are issues that have been raised again and again, particularly by the Congress party. The Congress party even makes a charge that the AAP right now is the B team for the BJP. But clearly, I think the Congress party has never been able to keep its own house in order. So this is how Punjab elections and different political parties have fared till now. I think the next few days to weeks are very, very important. And as I said, the man that I am watching out for is Navjot Singh Sidhu. He's mercurial, he's unreliable, he doesn't listen to anyone, he's impulsive. He has a history of hopping parties. Will he still do that? Will he damage the Congress party? We are watching this space.